First got here, and it's time to talk about Frieren and her tantrum nuclear weapon, with Stark playing a very dangerous game. This episode was really fun. The atmosphere for it, the feeling, the fluidity were super, very character focused here, and I can't wait for next episode after what happened here. I need the next one very, very fast. I was laughing and emotional at the same time with this one. But before we get into the episode, I apologize if I sound weird or like I'm talking through my nose, dizzy and looking badly, because I'm very sick. So I still wanted to have the video out. I've been sick for a few days right now, so hopefully I'm gonna get over it, but for now it is what it is. I'm gonna sound like I'm talking through my nose, so I apologize for that. And my cat stole my chair, that's why it's weird here. But let's get into this episode and talk about it. Now, picks up from last week. We have them continuing the journey, trying to find hot springs in this village that Frieren remembers. I'm like, okay, that village is probably not there anymore. And yeah, it's true. The village is not there. It was abandoned 30 years ago. There's only one cabin left. The hot spring dried up. So yeah, the passage of time can be really, really cruel. And Frieren's face when they realized that was so cute. But they had to make a decision here. Do they continue to the next village to find another hot spring, or do they go for this hidden hot spring here in the mountains? But what I liked is that Stark knew it, and he was the one that pushed for it to go. And I like Stark being a bit more assertive and wanting to do things on the journey and stuff that had been happening. Shows how much he has grown, how much he has changed, and being more comfortable with the group here. And I'm happy they did, because this first part, kind of like continuing the themes of Frieren, the first part of each episode has kind of like a lesson in a way. This first part made me think of something from Hunter x Hunter, which we're gonna get to that here. But yes, they decide to go for it. We even find out the original part with Himmel also looked for it. Was a long search. Himmel really pushed for this. But they also have to get past these monsters next. It's a Hydra, or like Frieren called it, a lizard. They have to cut or destroy all three heads so it doesn't regenerate. And Frieren has an interesting plan. Stark has to be the bait, and Fern and Frieren have to be the one that think to destroy the heads here. I liked Fern hesitation, kind of like in her body language. She didn't really say it out loud that she was against the plan, but I like how she looked there when Frieren proposed the plan and showed it here, and Stark had to run, being the bait. They do it, we don't see the full fight, which I kind of wished we saw them a bit blasting the lizard's head or the Hydra's head there, but that wasn't the focus of the episode. The action, the fight wasn't the focus, just kind of that moment there and the journey, the decision here. So they win and they reach the hidden hot spring on top of the mountain, but it's very shallow and only their feet can step in. I feel like there's a theme here. Quentin Tarantino would be proud. There's a lot of feet scenes in Frieren, even in this episode, last episode, even in season 1 here. But Stark knew about this. Just saying they can enjoy it together. Is room for all three. They don't have to stay separated, women and men in different locations or taking turns like this, just enjoying the moment together. And we find out the reason why Stark wanted to be here. I was curious about this. Apparently Eisen told him, kind of like complaining or venting a bit about this journey to search the hidden hot spring with Himmel and the group. But it's those memories that you have with friends. You tell the stories, what you've been through, even if it's something simple or doesn't seem worth it, at the end there is kind of the journey together. That's the important thing. And him saying, when Eisen said, I wouldn't trade these memories with friends for anything, and Stark kind of wanting that similar experience, also seeing the same view as his master. And this made me think of what, a bit spoiler here for Hunter x Hunter. If you've never watched or read Hunter x Hunter, just gonna have a quote from the end of the anime series, not the manga here. What Jing said to Gon when they finally got together: enjoy the little detours. That was such a... let me find the full quote. What was it? You should enjoy the little detours to the fullest, because that's where you'll find the things more important than what you want. Yes, that was great. That's one of my favorite quotes in anime. Another one from Fairy Tail that's different here, but this one from Hunter x Hunter reminded me thanks to this episode here. And this is true. When you're in that moment, you don't realize it. Those are the important moments. I'm sure all of us have stories with friends, dumb things we've done, hard things, easy things, fun things, sorrow things, just the memories, and enjoying the little detours and even bigger detours sometimes. And I really appreciated this one. Kind of made me look back at some things in my own past. So that was great there, and them having that moment was awesome here. But on the way back, Fern slips, falls on Stark and Frieren, and they died. That's it. I'm sorry. Frieren ended. The anime is over. All three died in a cliff accident. It's been a nice journey. They shall be remembered. But no, I'm joking. That was really fun there. But they made it after that to the city, and Frieren really enjoyed the hot springs there quite a lot. She felt like she was kind of going to a spa retreat. Even the hair and everything she did there, spending a lot of time. This kind of had Stark and Fern kind of be alone, not really something to do for a couple of days here, while Frieren was melting in the hot springs, and she was liking it a lot. But Fern also instantly wanted attention. Just, what am I gonna do? Just pay attention to me, Stark. Pay attention to me. That was a fun moment. But Stark kind of wanted a bit of his own revenge for this in a playful way, and he's like, bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Asks her for a date instantly. And like, I'm gonna have my revenge. I'm like, dude, okay, go for it. I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it, right? He does it. Fern, complete shock, drops the book and leaves the room while she accepts. And wait, Stark is like, wait, what? Just completely dumbfounded. He didn't know. Wait, your book, but poor dude. You know when you get what you asked for, but you didn't expect it to happen. That was such a cool moment, and the character movement, the animation, just everything was great in this episode. The background, the atmosphere, like I said at the start, awesome here. And then he runs into Frieren, basically talks to her about what happened, and Frieren is like, are you sane? You're asking me for advice? I'm like, oh yeah, it's you. But of course, Frieren is still Frieren. She says she knows how a girl's thinks here. And the Stark is like, what if I asked you to a date? And she gets smugged a bit there, and just, well, we're just gonna spend time together, it's fine. But he says, this feels like a grandma with a grandson. And here is where he's close to nuclear tantrum worried. Frieren from happy-go-lucky instantly serious. This is your second offense. You called me a hag again. Wait, wait, there's a countdown? Are you keeping track? That killed me. It's like, what happens on the third offense? I was like, okay, I'm curious about this also. We need to know the dangers of this. And she's like, I'll scream and cry. Have my tantrum. And this tantrum even scared Himmel, the hero. And yeah, he was very scared and terrified. That entire scene, the flashback of her tantrum, just like a small kid from this wise age to a 5-year-old throwing tantrum because they couldn't get their toy or couldn't get what they wanted. And the way she was moving everywhere, every place, the faces, the crying non-stop. Granny tantrum is awesome, but also very dangerous. If you make the countdown go that far, you're going to lose. That was fun. But after this, he actually asks Frieren for help to plan the date, and she agrees to provide the help, gives him some information on what Fern likes, what she wants to do, how to go about it, food, spending time in the market, at the stores there, finding a quiet place to spend a bit of time. And Stark is like, okay, you know Fern very well, but then she admits saying, no, I'm not the one. Heiter was the impressive one. He told me everything. He kind of wanted me to be a parent for Fern, which she kind of was, but she thinks she didn't do enough and she didn't discover anything that Fern likes, which I think she's wrong. She more than did it, spending time with her, cherishing her, teaching her magic. That's probably one of the important things here, helping her together. They did so many things and you don't realize that in the moment, kind of a bit talking like connecting to the beginning of the episode. You do something for somebody without you even realizing or wanting something in return. That's when you get the genuine moments here, and Fern did so much also for Frieren, so them it's really a parent-kid situation, and I like that. And Stark was actually able to recognize that, even saying some nice things to her, saying she's a good parent here. You even remember what Heiter said. She kept track of that. If it wasn't important, she would have just discarded that information, wouldn't have remembered it. So even if you don't discover those things, just pay attention. If somebody tells you something, keep track of it, remember important things. Even if they're small, those small things can be really important for somebody else, and even more for somebody that you care. I feel actually really appreciated when somebody remembers some of the things I said, or compliments, or things I would like to do, or things I've said for me also. So those matter a lot here. And she's like, you say some nice things sometimes, Stark. I'm gonna strike one offense. So there's a way to dodge this tantrum, so it can go up or down for the. But after this, we also have Fern going to talk to Frieren, and she's like, I've been invited to a date. What should I do? Have you ever been on a date, Frieren? And she's like, yeah, I have. Oh, so you haven't. Wait, what? You the reactions, the character movements, everything. It's so good. But Frieren has an interesting definition of what a date means. So what was this date? Oh, it was just me and Himmel on a date. We're looking for a cat. Somebody gave us this, and so you're just on a job? No. When two friends of opposite sex go alone, that's what a date is, right? Flamme taught me this. Flamme. Okay, Flamme. I see you, Flamme. She's like, I also went on a date with Design, so just spending time with the opposite sex alone for free, and that counts as a date. She's so innocent and pure in some things. The conversations there were great here, but also have Fern just deciding to go to sleep, but she's anxious, thinking about things, what's to come and so on, with the date being very soon, and she can't sleep. So yeah, next episode can't come soon enough. I'm curious if something's going to come out of this, or is it just gonna be played off as funny and games, or are we actually going to advance the relationship between them? I don't need them to marry in the next episode, but yes, you should just get together again, to quote my MILF lover. Not again, already, but yeah, really fun episode here. I laughed, I felt quite a lot in this one, and we have a tantrum nuke. We need to be careful around it. The tantrums are very dangerous. Himmel beat the Demon Lord, but you cannot win the tantrum. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode. Again, I apologize by the way I sound, my voice and everything. I'm super dizzy and sick. So comment below what you guys thought about everything here. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Frieren. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.